opportunists are opportunists, right? And who am I to tell someone, oh, don't go and do robberies? After all, that's what I used to do, right? But obviously I can talk from a place of hindsight and so on, yeah? When we done robberies, yeah, I never robbed people. I never robbed people. Who I robbed was, you can say, the government or the taxpayer, in the sense that when we robbed the security van, yes, we took 25 grand, but the money was insured, which will go, the taxpayers will pay, but it was 25 grand with 40, 50 million odd people who are paying taxes, right? But what I'm starting to see now is a form of savagery that, and I experienced it last year, not myself personally, but I saw it last year. Last year I went to an event, and after the event, people just come and it's robbing everyone's watches and chains and rings and stuff, and I was like, raw. And I remember like feeling just like proper sad for the people who were getting robbed. They just went to an event, had a night out, and this is the sort of thing that was coming to them. Again, I went to an event on Saturday, and this time perfectly good, well run, like no issues. Anyway, left that event, went to Shisha, and after that went to another event in East London, right? That's why sometimes it is better to do your events out of London, or make it exclusive to only people you trust, because it just gets out of hand. But anyway, so we finished that other event because it was my missus' birthday, right? So we went out for her birthday to the first event, and she didn't want to come out again, so she was going home. So I went to meet my brethren at a shisha spot in East, and then later on went to another event. So everyone went in different cars. So I parked up, yeah? I parked up my car, yeah? As I parked up, the car next door to me, like a white car, and someone sat inside the car, and they had like basically a hoodie and a mask, so that their face was covered. What I could see with their eyes. I thought it odd, but I thought, maybe they're just waiting to go in. Maybe, I don't know, maybe they're doing the whole coronavirus social distances, who know, right? You can't just, but they're the mask. I thought, what's going on there? Never mind. Went inside the place. It's so, and for me, it wasn't my sort of place. It was proper packed. And it's a little bit ratchet, I can't lie. I'm not really into the whole ratchet vibe sort of thing, but it is what it is, right? It got locked up a little bit early. I see, what's the name? Westwood was in there. I see Tim Westwood was in there as well. It got locked up a little bit early. So, stepped out. I stepped out now. Everyone just chilling, not after the rave, everyone just chills, hangs about, yeah? I see one brother go past with a hoodie, face mask, and a hand in his pocket, like proper bopping. Something about me said that, no, there's something wrong there. Like, it made me kind of mad. And then the next brother come, but this brother I know, and I know him from Joe. He's from my country, from my peoples and that as well. And I was like, he's like, yo, I've been trying to reach out to you. I'm like, mate, you know how Instagram is, man. I get so many DMs and stuff like that. I forget it. I'm like, yeah, take my number, boom, take the number, it's changed. So I think this is a bit long anyway, man. I'm gonna jump, I'm gonna go home. As I'm going now, I see there's brothers with the hoods, and there's about 5 or 6 of them, and they just punching up one brother, just slapping him up. No one can so the crowd can't really see this at the beginning. Everyone's just looking, people are trying to draw girls, people are trying to, whatever they're doing, no one's really see, but I can see this now in front of me, and they're punching at this guy, and I'm thinking, like, wow, what's going on? They're slapping him up, all that. And then he sort of goes around the corner, I'm like, oh, look, I'm not even involved in this, man. I drive off. I thought, nah, man, let me see what's going on. I park my car, jump back out. I jump back out, I'm like, right, what's going on? I then see them go try to grab a next brother. They try to grab a next brother, and they're punching him up, and I think they're trying to grab the things off of him, trying to grab, and this time I got my watch on me, right? And funny enough, the brother that saw me before, he said, where did you go to the event I went to? He said, oh, you better be mindful, you know, people are robbing watches and that, innit? I said, hey, it is what it is, man. If someone's robbed my watch, I'll give you the watch, man, because I'm not into that no more. Like, I got a family, I always say, I got kids and family. But anyway, so I see them come, they're clapping some next man, trying to grab him, and next thing you hear pop. I'm like, raw, gunshot. I don't know if it was a gunshot or what, if it let off a shot in it, I don't know. All I hear pop. Then you hear some girls scatter and everyone move around and everyone sort of runs, yeah? So I sort of turn back around and I see everyone sort of everywhere moving around, and I went to go and stand with my brethren that were there. Like, yeah, everyone's like, yeah, the robbing watches. And what I think the venue that it was, you got a lot of them 419 people go there, a lot of the 419 people. So maybe they're gonna, oh, that's a spot to go and rob every one of their watches and jewels and that. And obviously, stood there for a while, and my brethren told me like when he was going to his car, you see people trying to sort of follow him, so he turned back around. I'm thinking like, bro, is this what's really going on? And it reminded me of the thing that happened last year. So there's a whole thing now when people think there's a event where they might think people with money are gonna go there, they're gonna come at the end of it and try and do all robberies and that. That's a bit mad still, because those sort of things there, you guys are forgetting there's CCTV everywhere, man. Excuse me, you're gonna be jumping on a motorway, people are gonna see what car you're going to. The girls will snitch, the girls will say, yeah, I saw the guy in this car and that car. Because what's happened afterwards, I've driven off now. I got back in my car and just drive off. But where the thing is, I didn't know where I was going. Instead of jumping on the motorway, I took a next turn and I've gone down some sort of alleyway, at least a dead end. As I got to the dead end now, I see there's a car following me from behind. But as I got to the dead end, I sort of turned, I stopped, turned back round, and there's a police car. You know them 4x4 BMWs, the gun police. So they've done the same thing, gone behind me, since the dead end, turned around again. So basically, I don't know if they was following me or whatever. So I stopped, put my hazards on, and then they kept on going. And I thought, and then I followed from behind them. I followed behind them. They stopped in the middle of the road, like on a roundabout. So I'm thinking, what are they trying to do? Like they stopped, basically I can't move, so I'm behind them. And then there's another 4x4, but this is a black 4x4 next to them. I'm like, so I beat the police, man. I'm like, beep, beep. Then the next car is bare white officers in that car as well. They're like, stay there, mate, stay there, don't move. You'll move in a second. I'm like, bro, I didn't even know you guys were police as well. So there's like the one that's the main police car right in front of me, and the next one on the other side. I'm thinking, what the fuck's going on? I don't know if they've got report or whatever. So I've stayed there for about 3-4 minutes, and then they moved out the way. And I'm like, well, can I go? They're like, yeah, go. I'm like, fucking hell. Then it just made me realize that, man, you have to be careful. You have to be careful out there, you know, because there's some hungry people out there who don't care, who want their come up, who want to make money, and you're the target for them to make money. I said more times that you're gonna go out, yeah. Just think of the surroundings you're going to. Think of the environment you're going to. Think of the people that's going to be there. Think of the crowd that's going to be there. Like, I'm doing an event soon, and my event is over 30s, and it's a good vibe. It's going to be like 80 to 100 people. It's not going to be one of those things that where there'll be flashy people. We're not on that. We're just going to be. So you have to be mindful of what events you go to, or what event you allow people to come to, or if your friends say come. Like, think about the motives, because you go there, you might want to shine, but there'll be people waiting outside to take away your shine. Yeah? So just be mindful of that as well. And people, man, I keep telling people, there is so much ways to make money legitimately that it doesn't have to do with criminality. You have to apply yourself. I just apply it. Like I said, who am I to tell you anything, right? You can tell me, well, 15 years ago, 16 years ago, you were doing the same thing. Cool, I hear that. Yeah, but I'm just telling you from my experience now of what I've learned, that you can actually make more money doing stuff legitimately than going out and do robberies. That's just my 2 pence. But people, please, stay safe out there. Hey, I can't lie, man. I'm not letting my hair grow again, man. I'm gonna get trim every 10 days. I'm getting a trim now. 3 trims a month. I'm feeling myself still. Can't even lie. But anyway, Hackney we're about to go and play today. We're playing against Tower Hamlets FC. It's a 7 p.m. kickoff. That's why I got the BKs here today. Bobby Kasanga going there in my chairman role. Let's see how the boys do. And funnily enough, you know the great thing about playing Tower Hamlets, yeah? The guy who's the chairman of Tower Hamlets, me and him were in jail together. Imagine that. 2014 HMP Ford. Me and him was sat in the computer room in the education department talking about what we're gonna do when we get out. So I own now Hackney FC. He owns Tower Hamlets. Imagine that. Visions, yeah? See the visions we created there. We used to talk, say, look, what we're gonna do on the outside. We was talking about whole football thing, and now he owns Tower Hamlets. I own Hackney FC. You see the thing there? Yeah, it just shows anyone can change, and there is ways to be legitimate. Anyway, my people, peace. But besides that, I had a really good time celebrating my missus' birthday at the event before. So, but anyway, and also my event coming up on Saturday, the 31st of October. It's a 90s themed fancy dress party. So man, them had to come like LL Cool J, Wu-Tang, like you got Method Man, and come like Biggie, Tupac, Snoop, Diddy, Busta Rhymes. The ladies come as Lil Kim, Foxy Brown, Missy Elliott, Mary J. Blige, Janet Jackson, Monica, Brandy, TLC, Total, what do you call it? I'm about to say 3LW, but now 3LW come like way after. But then in the 2000s as well, and it's the 90s and 2000s mix. SWV, that's what I was looking for. So yeah, it'll be a lit event, only 100 spaces, and more or less it's already sort of all the 100 spaces are already taken. But it's like a light event, just calm, peaceful for the older generation, just to kick back and, you know, yeah.